I'm Jackson Meyer, and this is my first YouTube video, and I want to start off by talking about college football. Now, everybody talks about college football. Now, I'm an LSU Tiger fan, SEC all the way. I think the best conference in all of college football. I think SEC is the best conference. But anyway, I want to talk about, of course, what everybody talks about. Should they have a playoff system or not? I think they should. And because every other college sport has the playoffs. Why can't college football have it? Everybody's like, oh no, the bowl games will be ruined. What? You can still have bowl games. It's better, because if you send the top 25 or the top 32 or whatever teams, the teams that lose earn bowl spots, and two teams that lose on opposite sides of the brackets, they play each other in a bowl game. So let's say you're the 16th ranked and you're going up against number 1, and then the other 16th ranked, or one of the other 16th ranked teams, you're playing loser, winner moves on, loser gets a spot in the Las Vegas Bowl. There you go. Boom. What is so hard about that? So then, if you're in the final, you're in the final 8 or whatever, the losers go to BCS bowls, or the final 4, the losers go to BCS bowls. So I think that it's more fair if you get a playoff system, because I have seen a lot of teams go down in the regular season, but still could have been great and gone and played a national championship and won, like this year. Boise State or Nevada. Boise State lost 1 game to Nevada at the end of the season. If they had gone on in the playoffs, who knows? They could have showed everybody. They could have proved everybody wrong. And everybody doubted TCU this year, but look what they did. They went up against Wisconsin Badgers, who were one of the highest scoring teams in all of college football, and won that game in the Rose Bowl and upset them. And if TCU if it was in playoffs, they could have had a national championship if there was a playoff system. And I can go back and tell you the past 10 years, 20 years, or well, maybe not 20, but the past 10 years where teams, if there had been a playoff system, we could have seen, it would bring in a lot of revenue, because that means that after the regular season there would be 20, 30 games on college football. That's, how much money that would make? That would be craziness. And then apart from that, there are bowl games. So, look what happens in college basketball or baseball or whatever when they do playoffs. A lot of people pay good money to, play or to, go see the playoff games and whatnot. So it's there's nothing wrong about the playoff system. It's just stupid how the number 1 and 2 teams, if you're number 1 or number 2 in the end of the season, you automatically get. That's stupid. Because there could be so many other teams that have the potential to go to a national championship that don't get to, because they're not. Last year, at the end of the season, there were 4 or 5 undefeated teams. But only 2 of them got to go to the national championship, Texas and Alabama, because they finished number 1 and number 2 in the season. That's not fair. Those undefeated teams, they could have had a chance to, win a national championship. Cincinnati, TCU, Boise State, and then there are those 11-1 teams that don't, they don't win they don't win all the games in a season. They only win one, but they're still a great team. Like, it just doesn't make sense why you wouldn't have that. So that's my view on NCAA football and why they should have a playoff system. And just to let you know, I'm an SEC fan, so it's not like I'm saying this as a Boise State TCU fan, as a team from like the WAC or the Mountain West or anything like that. I'm saying this as a Southern LSU fan from the SEC. So it's my first YouTube video. Hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe, comment on the bottom down there. Alright, see you guys.